right, let's get a show on the road, shall we? Have people on Zoom. Well, Liz, it's just you and me. You want the mic? Sure. Well, I'll work with you. I like.
I'm Ron. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Who are you?
Hi, I am Liz Leonard. I used to say that, and I'm an agent here. I think most of you guys know me. Solo, and all I did this year for marketing was events, and still got almost as many deals as I did last year. More than half came some way, shape, or form from events. So we thought, hell, let's teach people how to do this.
How to do it purposefully, right? Like everyone can throw an event. Everyone can invite people to business. How to go through specific action steps that you are generating referrals before and after your event, so that the event itself is just fun. It doesn't really matter. Like, this is an excuse to call your people, get in a relationship with your people, and create value for your people. So, anyone have any ahas from their action items last week?
Who was here last week? Okay, what did you do?
Watch the little TV.
Watch, came to class, up school.
Who classified your database?
Doing my mailing this stuff. I had 170 that were not classified. So I've been going through and kind of doing the purchases. So I'm right there with you guys, right in the trenches. I'm going to hang around after and just do that. So, like I did last week. So on your handout, that's step one. There's a lot of different ways to do this. So A+ are ambassadors, people who refer multiple times. The trick for me, specifically with A+ is they are the people who actually speak up for you and refer you the right way, so you actually get in contact with you. So some of us might only have a handful of those. Yep. And then these are champions. They probably have referred you before, but they maybe just aren't as extroverted, don't speak up as much. Your Bs are potential champions. So they're past clients, may not have referred yet, but you're still their number one choice. Your Cs are friends and family, and also kind of those people who may have done business with you, but you may not technically be their number one choice, which is kind of a weird thing. But as I've gone through, this is based off of the 7 levels.
My seven conversations.
No. Michael Mayer, 7 levels of communication. So it's kind of based loosely around that, and I've kind of taken some of the comments from Keller and kind of made my own little classification. I can share you online. But like asking people specifically, like, who's your number one filter? This is and these are people that have never sent a referral, probably won't. Maybe you want to keep marketing to them because you're doing enough in your business, but maybe they're the people that some of us are going to start taking out our ethics. And the reason we did that is because we started getting, I think I did the math on it last week. Oh, it's right here. If you have less than 200 in your database and you start this at week 6, weeks before the event, you only have 1,233 people a week to get through your database. So if you're starting to get a larger database and you're like, I can't call all of these people, this is a good way to kind of classify them. So then you're like, okay, I'm going to call. Because like for me, it's like, I'm going to call my A's for my B's, and I don't actually call them until I get a hold of them or text them until I get a hold of them. I don't necessarily always call my C's and D's because they're my friends and family that are watching. Yeah. I use Follow Up Boss currently. I just heard that they got bought by Zillow. So I don't really want to use it much anymore. But I hear demand can do so many things. All I do is tag them. And it's just very simple because then I can pull up a list of days, I can pull up a list to use. Too clunky to me. I don't like to press 5 buttons to do one action. Okay, so we classified our database, and step 1, 2 is also really about like the purpose of the event, why you're doing it. Today is step 3, so it's on page 2, and this is creating a plan around calling, texting, and using leverage, like slide dial, text, to make sure that you get the personal index to as many people in your database as possible. But so kind of on that same note, what services are you guys using if you're not able to call through or text through your whole database? What services are you guys using to get a personal touch up? You guys just call them. Does the command do something?
It does, but it doesn't send from your phone number yet. So that's another option if you're comfortable sending mass text through command. You can do that. It just doesn't come from your phone number. Slide dial and slide text have been instrumental for me. It's kind of cool. Slide dial will just drop a voicemail in their voicemail box, and then it'll be what looks like a missed call. So it looks like you call them and you leave a message. And I get every time that happens, I know exactly when Rachel's sending it out, so I'll get like 30 people that call me back right away. Kelly, it's not hugely expensive. It's not anything that we can number, so. Slide text.
I do a draft of a text message, and the key here is I don't reply to anybody until I send out all the text. Because if you start replying, then you kind of get stuck. But I like to change it so that it has their first name every time, so that it's like, oh, it's like comes from my number, it's me. And again, I'm only doing that with like usually my A pluses and my A's. My B's and C's are probably good.
I just remember that for that. So there's an app on your phone called Reach. But that one, I think it's like $20 a year or something. That does what Liz just talked about. Instead of having to copy and save a draft, you upload your contacts if you want to text, and it will individually address every single one of your clients with the same text message. So my messages, if I were to send Hannah and Kelly with Teresa, the same message would say Hannah, and then the message, Kelly, and then the message, and it sends them automatically.
What's that called? Reach?
Reach. So a green app with like a speech bubble.
So does anybody have any questions about how to systematically contact your database? Or any other comments?
And if you don't have a handout, I think I just brought some more in that table there.
Is it the same handout as last year?
Yeah. Okay, so step 3, we created a plan around calling, texting, and using leverage. And now you're going to go and execute it. So make sure that you have in your calendar. So take the number of people, right, and divide by the time you have, put it in your calendar. You got to make sure that you're scheduling this, because if you start to fall behind, some people are going to get some of your marketing, and other people are going to get none of your marketing, and then some people might get marketing that doesn't fall into the sequence that you set it up. So it's not going to make sense. So making sure that you plan ahead. If you know I have to call 100 people, and I have 1 hour each day of the week, so I have 5 hours to call 100 people. How many people do you have to call every day?
180.
There you go. So make sure that you're looking at the broad spectrum and then chunking it down into bite-sized pieces so that you can execute on your plan.
I think that's where a lot of us get stuck, because we don't make a very solid plan.
Okay, another about what your database is, however many are in your database, divide by 60, that's how many people you can follow.
So that you reach the one.
So you reach the
Oh,
Or you can use the DTD too, and some days you're gonna be a little bit busier than others, and it gives you, like, you're like, no, it's too structured, I want it to be a little wide. DTD two is fun, because some days you'll call 5 people, and some you'll call 60. So, shake it up a little bit, there's the system.
And then the last thing you're gonna do is create an engaging video to send out via email and social media, reminding them about the event, the purpose behind it, and how our benefits connect to attention. You saw my video I put out last week. Great, my algorithms must be awesome.
Yeah, because all your clients are seeing it. Not you guys.
Oh, on Instagram, I don't know how to do that. It's on the real Liz Bear. The real dot Liz Bear, BARE, and then it's saved in my highlights. Under probably 2023 real estate. And big in. I just,
Oh, so Liz gets to do another
I'm gonna do
video
another
this
one.
year. In case you all don't know, everyone thinks you need this fancy equipment, think you know how to edit. You totally don't. The social media platform around the corner, the very far end of the Stern Team's corral over there is the green room. It's across from Sean Erickson's office. We have lights in there, we have mics in there. We have cool back hour YouTube, that's what it's there for. A lot of people didn't know that that exists.
Guess what? It's saved on my phone because I did it. Just a regular video.
So, if you guys want to see this video,
It's very simple. And okay, here's another thing that. So I have a situation where I'm the number 2 realtor, got friends that are realtors, and not that I don't want the people that are my number 2 to come to the event, but I don't want my event to get bogged down with my people that I'm their number 2 agent. And so I used to always put a link on my social media for people to just RSVP, but now I don't. I say DM me if you didn't get the link. And it's also me training my people to look at their email to go to my events and register for my events there. So if they DM me and say, hey, I want to come, gives me the opportunity to give them a call, talk to them, because their number 1 realtor's probably not doing that, right? They're going to probably ask me questions about the market. I'm still going to ask them for a referral at that point. I'm still going to let them come to my event. But that's just one thing that like just kind of boiled my skin. Like, why do you come to my events if I'm not even like your realtor?
okay, so write that down. Liz is strategically posting video content that makes it seem like they missed something so that they call her. Everybody get that?
Well, the other thing that I think is important is part of it, because they need to and you use your sister, but can't ask you your friend or somebody you know who you can go to refer. And they often would.
They do. She's had a couple.
And you also find out too, like it's a very simple question that I asked of if you ever had a real estate need or one of your friends or family did, who would you call? And you just leave it open. You don't actually say, you just who would you call? And then you find out really quick, well, my number 1 is my sister. And if they were too busy or I didn't feel like the personalities were right, I would definitely send it to you. Because they're doing it to be nice, but I have definitely had some people that I'm their number 2 refer me and yet use somebody else. Like it just happened this week.
Yeah. And then when you stand up and do events and stay in touch, like the other is not.
Yeah. Yeah, I suddenly become the expert, and like honestly, a lot of the people that I'm number 2 are number 1 is going to retire sooner than I am, right? So.
We can't just Coca-Cola, always say Pepsi. Different yeah, so that's the name of the game, right? Like create video content that has a value piece. So what are they gonna get if they come? A call to action and need you to RSVP and a what's in it for them.
And then I think probably, I don't know, what we should end up with is, the biggest thing is on your, is this last page is your event script. So how you're actually talking to people. It's great, like Linda said, to post an event, invite people to a party, but it's quite the next level to actually go through this script and ask if they know anybody. And also you're teaching them how to refer to. So I don't know, do we want to take a minute? Like, well,
Who wants to go through it first? Rita.
great. It's like the olden days. Hi Marina, I'm calling on business. How are you?
So good, Liz, how are you doing?
Awesome. Well, Maria, we're really grateful for you and those that supported our business and help us grow. And I wanted to do something really special to say thank you. So we've decided to host a Cookies with Santa.
Oh, awesome, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the people that are looking forward to you. Who do you know that's looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate that could be sell for a agent that you get introduced to?
Great question, you know, off the top of my head.
All right. Well, thanks for thinking about that. And now that I've planted that seed, you may come across someone who needs my help. So, Maria, will you do me a favor? When you do hear of someone, will you pick up the phone and call me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome. I'd love to provide them with the same level of service that we provide to all of our friends and clients, and it won't fall through the cracks. What's your awkwardness like? It's kind of awkward for somebody to call me, so just do me a favor and let me remove that awkwardness, and I will call them and give you their contact.
Yeah, so the awkwardness line is, hey, one of the reasons why I'm asking you to call me instead of giving out my number is because we've found that people often have a hard time calling people they don't know. And I would love to step in and make that awkward phone call and introduce myself to them so that they don't miss out on the opportunity.
Now, Maria, is there anything I can do for you today?
Oh, wow. I always do a foot massage, Liz.
I have a great massage therapist. Yeah.
I love it. No, I appreciate the call. And so are you gonna send me the details on that?
Yeah, actually, you should have already gotten an email like last week. I'm sitting in front of my computer, so let me reset it too, so it'll be right at the top of your email. It often goes to the promotions folder. Okay.
And tell me the date again on that.
December 6th. I was like, mine's different. So I would be from Wednesday, December 6th.
Okay, I appreciate the call.
Awesome, thanks, Maria.
So you are coming to.
So one more time, it's, hey, Tracy, the reason why I'm asking you to call me instead of having out my number is because we found that people often have a hard time calling people they don't know. And if I can get their information from you, I'd be happy to reach out with that gap so we don't miss the opportunity to talk.
I've also, and I've mentioned this in the past, saying group text.
Group text is amazing too. Like, hey, next time, we're being on a group text. That one is really useful.
Because a lot of people, whether they don't want to talk on the phone or don't like talking on the phone, people have.
I'm just writing this down.
Question
Yeah.
so far?
So I wasn't here last week, but just to recap, so last week's homework was to send an email to the database.
First, it was a classifier
Database.
and then it was to make sure that you sent out your email with the save the date reminder.
Right, which I emailed out last time, all of the marketing, in case you didn't have it, there's the save the date graphic.
And then sending out the save the date email, the save the date on social media with a post with RSVP and then calls to your top tier.
And let's talk about that a little bit. So I created an office RSVP that you can use that RSVP there, or you can create your own. I know a lot of people, for example, Sabrina took the Facebook, they made her own Facebook event and is sending out her own RSVP. So if you need the Canva templates that you can use to edit and pull off the office RSVP forms, I can send you those out, just let me know. But it's you can just send it straight to your clients and make an RSVP on that office RSVP form, or you can create your own event and manage those RSVPs yourself.
The only thing about creating your own event, though, is make sure you close that loop and communicate back to the office how many people are attending.
Yes. So you go RSVP with the office for 30 people or whatever number it is.
And then I think we talked about this last week. I've been using Eventbrite for mine, but I've recently gotten a couple from eBite and they text me. So I'm gonna look into that.
Paperless post and also this text.
Okay, I wanna look, because I only on Eventbrite, I can only email, I can't send a text message. I don't know, does anybody use eBite or know how much it is or paperless? Use eBite?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Paperless post, you pay by buying tokens, and then you can use the tokens for different things within that platform. Really inexpensive, the more tokens you buy, the cheaper it is. And we've been, I think I maybe spent a total of $100 this whole year. We invite like 100 different ladies to this mastermind that Liz and I host every month. So like, there's bandwidth there. You definitely get your money's worth. Okay, so step 3, your action items. What are they, Liz?
Create a plan around calling and using your leverage to make sure you get personal advice to as many people as possible. And call people.
Great concept.
And then if you haven't already, send out your email to save the date and send out your video for social media.
Question.
I have my video. If anybody wants to.
Yeah, you guys want to come see
It's
Liz's
really
video?
good.
She has it. It's, I mean, don't overthink it.
It's an over team video, but it's a video.
That was.
I think I'll tell the shit.
I will send it.
So next week, we're gonna come with your ahas from the phone calls. I'd love to hear successes. If you're getting referrals for appointments, let's celebrate that. And if you notice anything that you have come across in step 3 that you're like, hey, I found this thing, I totally streamlined it, it totally works, come share.
And also, if you have questions or get weird feedback or need some help with your scripts, let's talk about those too.
Okay, what's up, you guys? Go out and invite some people to your party.
I'm going to pass around the sign up sheet, we'll put on the price desk as well. When you are participating because she's opposed with Santa, your price submission is an so bring that with you when you come up, sign up so we know you're participating.
Oh, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
What's the date of it?
December 6th.
For you for sure.
I don't know if I am.